Hi. Do you feel that you're eating healthy, yet you still struggle with weight gain, fatigue, and muscle loss after the age of 40? There's a really good chance you're not getting enough protein. The truth is, most midlife women are significantly under eating their protein. So today, we're going to talk about why protein matters, how much do you really need, and how can you get it into your diet easily and realistically. Let's start with the why. As you go through late perimenopause into menopause, you are losing estrogen. And as estrogen declines, you lose muscle. Why does that matter? Muscle is your blood sugar regulator. That means your muscle is responsible for up to 80% of glucose coming from the bloodstream into our cells to use for energy after we eat a meal. So if we have less muscle, we have less glucose uptake, we have more insulin resistance, which can set us up for more of that weight gain around the midsection, as well as a risk for heart disease and diabetes down the road. Your muscle is also really important for metabolism. So that is your metabolic engine. We already talked about how you're naturally losing it. So we do need to build it in the gym, but we need to nourish it with our protein. So protein helps us preserve our muscle that we're building in the gym. It helps us regulate our blood sugar so that we don't have these highs and lows throughout the day, which sets us up for energy crashes, whether it's mental or physical. And we need that for our overall metabolism. So how much protein do we need? For women, most of the midlife women I see are getting maybe 50, 60 grams a day, when in reality, they probably need closer to 75 to 90 grams a day. And what's really important with protein is that we distribute it evenly among our 3 meals. So that's called protein timing. And a common mistake I see in midlife women, because we're really frustrated with the weight gain, as we're skipping all day long. We're famished at night. That's when the biggest meal comes in. And that's when our metabolism, our digestion, and our insulin receptivity are weakest. So it's not setting us up for that success that we need. So we really need to distribute that protein. 25, 30 grams per meal is a good goal to shoot for. So how do you know if you're low in protein? Some of the common symptoms are fatigue and energy crashes, especially mid-afternoon, sugar cravings, because you've got that blood sugar up and down. So whenever you get to that down, your body physiologically needs more carbs. So that's your sugar cravings. You have difficulty losing weight, especially around the midsection. That's that insulin resistant piece. You have muscle loss. How do you know about that? You might feel like you look a little bit more puffy, have a little more cellulite, you're a little weaker, you can't do the same things you used to be able to do, maybe a little less stable. Your hair is thinning, you're getting more brain foggy. Okay, so that's the why, and that's the how much. Now, how do we put it into our diet? So there's a lot of ways that we can do it. And I want you to start small. Like if you know you're not doing a whole lot right now, let's start simple. Let's start adding protein to things that you normally would have. If you start your day with coffee or tea, add some collagen. If you are a normal yogurt or oat type of person in the morning, like you do a yogurt parfait or you do some oats, do a little bit less of those. But then what I like to do is I'll add some collagen peptides. I like this multi-collagen or a protein powder or I like to mix both. Collagen tends to be unflavored and very fine, so it mixes very easily and we lose collagen as we age. And that's in every structure of our body. Some other clean proteins I like are Aloha, Owen, which means only what you need. And then also like Earth Chimp is another one. There's Truvani, Kachaba, Sprout Living. So the most important thing that you're looking at is what are the ingredients? You want simple ingredients that you can identify and pronounce and that you can tolerate. And also looking for how many grams of protein per scoop so that you can aim for that 25 to 30 in your oats or in your yogurt. And then you can put some ground flaxseed, chia seed, hemp hearts. Hemp hearts are going to give you a little bit more protein as well, a little bit of fruit, and you're set. Another thing that you could do, are scrambled eggs with lots of good vegetables and top it with some avocado. Or maybe you batch cook. And then you could do these little egg bites, or you could do egg, like an egg bake that has lots of vegetables and olives. And then again, top it with some avocado. That will hold you longer. And really, I'm starting with breakfast, that first meal of the day, because that sets the stage for the rest of your day. So you really want to emphasize higher protein first thing in the day. But you do want that 25 to 30 at each meal. Protein smoothies. That is my absolute favorite way to start the day. It's super easy, it digests well. So that's where I start with my protein powders. So a mix of that. I use an unsweetened milk like flax or coconut or almond, maybe organic soy. That gives you more protein as well. Well, maybe put a little bit of kefir or yogurt in there for the probiotics, plain, not flavored because that's too sugary. Add the seeds, ground flax, chia, and or hemp. I like to put lots of vegetables so that you can hide vegetables well. So organic spinach, baby kale, cucumber, beet, adding avocado. So whether it's fresh or frozen, there's some nice frozen chunks that don't go brown. A little bit of fruit. Sometimes I don't even add the fruit. So you can really power pack that smoothie, get your full meal in an easy delivery. Lunchtime. Think about easy salads that you can, and even like don't feel like you shouldn't have the bad salads. You could do a prepared salad, or we like a lot of the coleslaw mixes that will add maybe a little bit more vegetable too, but then you can put some canned wild salmon or skipjack tuna or mackerel or ground or chicken. Like there's organic white chicken, or you get a rotisserie chicken and you just pull that apart. Make extra meat at dinner and just use that for your next meal, whether it's a salad or a bowl. Maybe you want to even do a wrap. I like the grain-free wraps. They're a little bit lower in the carbohydrates, like an almond flour tortilla. Double up the protein, because what do we do as midlife women? We skip and skimp the protein. Put lots of protein on there, double it up, make sure you're getting about 25, 30 grams worth, and then you put lots of different vegetables in there. Maybe use guacamole or hummus for your spread. So lots of easy ways. And at dinner, it doesn't have to be fancy. Oftentimes we're doing a simple protein, maybe with a little bit of a marinade or a sauce or a dry rub on it. And then we'll have lots of vegetables. So maybe it's that slaw mix that I just add to, like pumpkin seeds, maybe a little bit of goji berry just for some pop. But we have lots of different vegetables. Frozen. I like to get the frozen vegetables, again, no science project in my kitchen or in my fridge. I roast them. Put them on a sheet pan in an oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what it is. And just watch it closely. But that's a super easy hack to get your vegetables in for dinner. So those are some ways. So how do you know that you're getting 25-30? So again, if it has a label, you can look at that and determine how much you need. Otherwise, the size of your palm minus your fingers is about 21 grams. So then you need just a little bit bigger than that to get your 25 to 30. And if this resonates with you, if this is helpful, I encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on the other topics that we'll be discussing in regards to midlife metabolism and hormones. And if you're thinking, gosh, I need a little bit more personalized care, I will link below how you can schedule a discovery call for me. It's free. We'll talk through what you are dealing with, what you're looking for, to determine if some one-on-one sessions or maybe my 12-week menopause transformation program would be a great fit for you. So I look forward to hearing. Comment below, how do you increase your protein in one of your meals today? And how did you feel? What did you notice? And with that, I look forward to seeing you at the next video. See you later.